I'm cross-posting this video here for the same reason I'm putting it in the public domain, so that it may be of benefit to others, so that others can learn from my experience, so that you can prepare yourself for such an eventuality. Hopefully you'll never need to use this information, but if it happens to you by watching this video and listening, you'll be able to be prepared and know what to do if it happens to you. The time is 7:55, 5 minutes to 8, 1955 hours on Monday, 21st of October, 2024. Okay, I've just recovered from a very mild hypoglycemic episode. Nothing to worry about. I'm much better now, but I want to share my experience while the memory and experience is still fresh in my mind, so that it's instructive, because if something like this happens to you, you know what is happening and you know what to do to resolve the issue. Okay, I hadn't been eating all day because I was planning to go to the Pasar Malam to get my vegetables and prepare them to make a salad and eat. I went about 5 o'clock, okay? And I walked to the Pasar Malam, and then I walked to a Thai house restaurant, and I got them to juice 2 carrots, 2 tomatoes, and 1 key lime. So that was like the only thing that I had all day which had energy. Okay, then I walked back home, and as it was, 5 something, 6 something, the lifts were crowded, so I decided to walk up the stairs. In fact, I haven't walked up the stairs in quite a while, so I thought I'd better do it for the exercise. So I walked up, there was nothing happening, and then when I reached the 5th floor, where my flat is, as I was about to take out my key, I felt a little woozy and things going kind of black. Okay, so I kind of realized, there was one incident earlier. When I was, after the Pasar Malam, I actually went to 99 Speed Mart. And I was looking for the braised peanuts in the tins. So I squatted down to have a look. And also the sardines. There's a brand of sardines called King Cup, which were $1.50 a can. So I wanted to look for those. So when I bent down to look, I fell over backwards, terlentang. And I thought nothing of it because I didn't have any dizzy spells or what do you call it, or feeling woozy or blackout. So I just thought, I was, my center of gravity had shifted, my balance was out. So I recovered and I didn't hurt myself, didn't knock my head or anything. So that's fine. In the event, there was no King Cup sardines. These are the cheapest sardines, they're 5 ringgit, but they had, I think Fisherman brand or something, which were 4 ringgit a can, so I didn't bother to buy those. So anyway, when I was about to take my key to open my flat, I did feel woozy and things beginning to get black, and I think that's why they call it a blackout, or fainting spell. So anyway, before I could faint, I aborted trying to find my keys and opening the padlock. I went to my neighbor's flat where the grill door was open, and I asked him if I could lie down on the floor because I was not pitam. And the thing to do is to lie supine, that is on your back on the floor. If possible, put your butt against a wall and raise your feet, your legs and your feet. But I didn't want to do this in someone's house because, like putting my feet against the wall, they might think it's a bit unclean and a bit kurang ajar, whatever. So I just lie down, and this is the second best thing, and it works, almost as well. You just lie down supine on your back, that is, and bend your knees, okay? And don't try to get up. The whole idea is to get the blood in your body to go to your head, because when you have a fainting spell, there's not enough sugar in your brain, okay? So your brain can't function, so it tends to go into shutdown mode. So to prevent the shutdown mode, you just lie down like that for a few minutes, however long it takes. I didn't time myself because I was in no state. But eventually when I did open my eyes, things seems a lot brighter than before I went. So, it literally is a blackout. It does get dark. Okay, so from that supine position, I squatted. Not squatted, I just sat up. It's important not to stand up straight away, because if you do, you'll get the blood from your head going down to your feet, and then you'll get another attack. So after sitting up, take your time. There's no race here. Gradually, try to stand. Rest yourself on one knee first, if necessary, and then stand up. Don't try to move just yet. Just get used to standing up, and then when you feel ready, you move. So I went into my flat, and usually at this time I would eat my dates, okay, because it's a good source of sugar, complex sugar as well as simple sugars, that will boost your energy level, get your blood sugar up, within minutes, okay? But I've run out of dates. In fact, normally I buy it at Mahfuz, at Wan Utama, previously at Starling Mall. When after Raya, they're leftover rotab or mazafati. That's what I'll buy, and normally it's $9.90, but when it's on sale, it'll be $5.90. So that's when I buy them. But they didn't have any leftovers this Raya, so I didn't buy any. So anyway, I have things to eat in the house, but I have to prepare them. Like, I've got dragon fruit, which I have to cut. I've got oranges, which I have to cut. I've got a mango, which I have to cut. Papaya, which I have to cut. So when you're in that state, you're in no state to cut vegetables or use a knife, okay? Sharp objects and stuff is a bit, like no items. So what I did was to get the next best thing. I had 3 pieces of IKEA crisp bread in my Tupperware. They were a bit stale, but I ate them anyway. They were still edible, I think within 5-10 minutes, I felt a lot better, like a step function in feeling better. Okay, and then what I did was to have a soup. And by this time I was in a position to cut tomatoes. So I diced 1 tomato, put it in a bowl. Put 2 packets of Campbell mushroom soup powder, and then 1 packet of brown rice powder. You can get this at 99 Speed Mart. They're like $9.95 a packet, and then they have lots of sachets inside. If you buy the box, which has the same stuff but not in sachets, it'll be like 1 box. It'll be $1 cheaper. I decided not to buy that because it'll be a hassle to open it and put it in an airtight container and stuff like that. So it's just a lot easier to get the sachets out as and when I need 1 packet. And then I took 1 packet of Quaker Oats, except I didn't realize that these Quaker Oats were 3-in-1, so they had sugar in it. But it's fine because, being hypoglycemic, having a little bit of sugar is not an issue. Okay, so I put those stuff in to make it a little more substantial. And then I got a can of, they call it, garbanzo beans. They're actually chickpeas. So I half opened it. It had a pull ring kind of thing. So I half opened it and then drained the water into this. Before I put that, I put hot water, boiling hot water. And earlier, I wasn't in the state to carry a kettle of boiling water, okay, because you could fall anytime. You could get the dizzy spell and feel woozy and whatever. So you need to know when you can do what. So anyway, I put boiling water on the powders, and then I half open a can of garbanzo bean, chickpeas basically, and then drain the brine into it. The Italians call it acquafava, bean water, literally. So anyway, and then a little bit of the chickpeas, and then I opened a can of braised peanuts. These are from China. Again, I drained the brine or the gravy into the soup, and then a little bit of the peanuts, and then the rest of the drained peanuts I put in the can of chickpeas and put in the fridge for later when I have a salad. And I also found in 99 Speed Mart today, by the way, something quite rare, kidney beans in brine. Normally kidney beans come in syrup, so these were in brine, so I bought a can just to try it out because, it's much healthier in brine. And although they say brine is really not that salty, So anyway, I had my soup, which was delicious. I added some spring onion, which I grew myself in a pot in my living room. I didn't remember to put a black or white pepper, but anyway, it tasted fine. The oats and the rice powder makes it more substantial. It was like a semi-porridge, like a very liquidy porridge. If you put less hot water, don't put the brine in, it'll be more of a porridge. So anyway, this was a porridgey soup or a soupy porridge. And I had that. And I'm going to cut up more vegetables, prep more vegetables for a salad and have it later. But right now I feel a lot better and I decided to make this video. And the whole thing probably lasted 1 hour, 1.5 but because of time dilation, when you're in this state, you do experience time dilation. The whole thing seems like, 15, 20 minutes, but actually it was 1.5 hours. Sometimes you get time dilation the other way around. It feels like 1.5 hours, but actually it's 15 minutes. So this one was like, it went by very fast, although it was actually a long time, about 90 minutes, 2 hours. No, yeah, about 90 minutes or an hour, okay? So anyway, that's it for today. And the learning takeaways always have some dates in the house, so that if you have an episode like this to straight away eat the dates to get your blood sugar up. And also, if you're squatting down and you stand up, you feel dizzy, that's called postural hypotension. So having low blood pressure when you change your posture. Okay, so normally it's from when I'm petting a cat and I stand up. Then I feel woozy, so that's postural hypotension. I haven't had an episode in a long time. I'm on metformin once a day, and I haven't taken it in about 24 hours. I just take it every 24 hours after my one meal of the day. So metformin rarely gives a hypo attack. It's more usual with glycoside, but I'm not on glycoside. So it does happen on metformin very rarely. So I think it's a combination of not eating, although I did have the carrot and tomato juice, but I think not enough calories or there from the sugar. And what do you call it? Or failing that, have some crisp bread, crisp bread. Those are carbohydrates, so they have complex sugar, and they have a lot of fiber as well. Okay. Of course, you can drink some 100 plus, but you'll get a sugar spike, and then you'll start yo-yoing, and then you get into another set of problems. Okay, the thing is to get sugar that would slowly rise. But if you're having an attack, you want it to quickly rise, but don't take so much, just a little bit, so that you don't get a crash. And then the soup and the beans, the braised peanuts and the chickpeas, it's like slow release energy for me. So I would have a soft landing rather than a crash. Okay, and then soon I'm just having a rest and a break and a lie down. Soon I'll just prep the vegetables and herbs that I bought today and have a salad. If I'm feeling up to it, I would have the salad with some Maggi mee. So it depends how hungry I feel and how much I feel like eating. I may have a fruit salad first because I've got papaya, I've got mango, I've got dragon fruit and navel oranges, so I have enough fruit to make a salad. I tend to make a fruit salad when I have at least 4 fruits, okay? So I get a diversity of nutrients, diversity, nutrient density, but calorie density is not an issue so much, okay? Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope this has been beneficial for everyone to prevent having an attack like I did.